The growth of the ministry did not remove the battles, it only changed their form. What started in a dusty classroom had become New Dawn Assembly, a small but vibrant church on a narrow city street. The signboard was simple. The chairs did not match. The building was rented, but the presence of God was undeniable. Worship was deep. Lives were changing. People now called him Pastor David, but few understood the weight that title carried. David's days were full, counseling broken hearts, visiting the sick, organizing services, leading prayers that stretched late into the night. His phone rarely rested. Everyone needed something. Everyone expected answers. Everyone believed the pastor was strong. Yet many nights, David sat alone in his small apartment, exhausted in body and quiet in spirit. One night, after a powerful service filled with testimonies, David returned home and sat on the floor in darkness. His Bible lay beside him, unopened. "Lord," he whispered, "I am grateful, but I am tired." He did not preach about the loneliness. He did not preach about the financial pressure. He did not preach about the fear that sometimes crept into his heart. As the church grew, so did the opposition. Some of the first members left and spoke against him. Others questioned his calling. Rumors spread through the city. "He is too young. He is proud. This church will not last." David felt the sting of every word. One evening, after a difficult leadership meeting, David locked himself inside the church hall. He lay flat before the altar and wept. "God, I did not know obedience would feel this heavy," he cried. "I didn't know leadership would feel this lonely." The hall was silent. Then, deep within him, a gentle truth rose. If the oil were light, everyone would carry it. David wept until the floor beneath him was wet. From that season, his prayers changed. He stopped asking only for growth. He began to ask for depth. He organized fasting seasons, all-night prayers, and small discipleship gatherings. He taught about character, endurance, forgiveness, and intimacy with God. Some people left when the excitement faded, but those who stayed were transformed. Broken men found purpose. Weary women found hope. Angry youths found peace. David began to see that God was not just building a church, he was building lives. Then came the storm that nearly destroyed him. A close worker, someone David trusted deeply, mishandled church funds. By the time it was discovered, damage had already been done. Arguments broke out. Some members left angrily. Others accused David openly. For weeks, David struggled to pray. "How could I be so blind?" he asked God. "How can I stand before them again?" One Sunday morning, long before service, David sat alone in the church hall. The chairs were empty. The pulpit stood silent. He considered canceling the service, but as he sat there, he remembered the beginning: the borrowed chairs, the 5 people, the dusty classroom, the fire in his bones. He stood up. When he preached that day, his message was not loud. It was not dramatic. It was honest. He spoke about broken leaders, about betrayed servants, about trusting God when answers are gone, about Jesus sleeping in the storm. And the church wept. That season changed David. He became gentler, less impressed by numbers, less desperate for applause, more desperate for God. Years later, New Dawn Assembly would grow into a strong ministry, raising other young pastors the same way David had once been raised. But those who truly knew him understood this. Behind every sermon was a scar. Behind every miracle was a tear. Behind every smile was a prayer. And often, late at night, when the church was empty, Pastor David would kneel at the altar and whisper, "Lord, thank you for the fire. Even when it burns,